What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, ReadoptionAgency.com, urban-picker.com, and I'm just going to freaking officially change it now. 24 years selling full-time on eBay. 24 years. I'm less than a month away. I can say it now. I'm saying it. Saying it, yo. I want to check the numbers from yesterday because it looked like I did more than what I didn't look exact, but it looked like I may have beaten my prediction, which is good because that means the evening turned out again like it was last week, so that's a positive, I believe. So we'll check that for sure. And also I want to see where I'm at today because we're at midway point around 2 p.m. or I think we're 1:30 right now, but I'll see where I'm at. And got a little topic to talk about while I go through my quality here before we get to shipping. Make sure everything's good to go and change it. But one topic that gets me with a lot of this needs resurfaced. With a lot of YouTube creators, I don't get it. Well, I do, but I don't, right? Everybody wants to preach sell-through rate like it's the end-all, be-all of reselling. And I don't know if it just sounds like an echo chamber. I'm going to put the good over here and the bad over here. It just sounds like an echo chamber to me. It's just like a talking point. But I don't think nobody ever really thinks it through. I don't think anybody even really knows exactly what it means, how to calculate it. I think it's just all an echo chamber, to be honest with you. I'm not saying 100%. I'm saying 99.9%. But, and it just, I don't know. It's never been in my vocabulary. Sell-through rate has never been in my vocabulary. And if I was starting out today and listening to people on YouTube, I would think that's the be-all, end-all of reselling. If I don't get those top items, I'm just going to suck. And that is not the case. It's not the case. There are more than one ways to make $1. Here's the thing with an echo chamber. The people who just repeat it, they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. And if they do have a clue, it's very narrow-minded. So you got to ask yourself, are they really entrepreneurs? Are they really business owners? If you're only doing the one thing over and over again, just because somebody says it and you're unwilling to accept anything other, in my opinion, that don't make you a business person or an entrepreneur. It just makes you you're a closed-minded follower, if you will, for lack of a better term. Ooh, that one definitely needs it. Because who's to say if it's the best way, right? When just because you do something a certain way doesn't make it right. Doesn't mean it's the only way to do it. And a lot of people just flap the gums for the YouTube views. Because here's the thing, they want to make more money on YouTube because without it, they would fail as a reseller. Think about that. How many of these people who are just an echo chamber would fail without their YouTube revenue? Now, I'm not knocking or picking anybody. It doesn't matter. What matters is the echo chamber and exposing the echo chamber. And maybe waking some people up, whether that's other sellers who are part of that echo chamber or a viewer who is just trying to freaking figure things out for themselves, right? And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here, my channel is here, and it shows you anything and everything about how to run an eBay business that has not a damn thing to do with sell-through rate. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. It makes it different. Because there are many ways to run it different. I need a box for that and a box for that. I should have grabbed them before I came in here. So I need a good size box for that one. Do I need any other box? That will go in there, that will go in there, that will go in there. I got some oddballish stuff that sold. So let me grab a couple of these boxes right quick. That should work for that. I might be able to get it in here. All right, we'll go with these two and try those first. All right. And now onto the commercial. List Easier, coming very soon. It's getting closer and closer. Josh himself ran through most of the categories today to make sure there were no bugs, nothing going on, no errors being thrown, and everything top notch. Top. I've had very little to pull out the last few days and say, hey, this is an issue, this is an issue. Very little, couple little things, and that was it. And they were fixed immediately. So everything's real smooth right now. So I'm not sure when or how exactly it's going to be launched, but it's so close. It's so close. Just so you know. So listeasier.com, the link is below. Click that. Sign up with your email to be one of the first in with the beta test lives. And as of right now, it looks like we're the top dogs. Because it looks like the other one that a lot of people making a lot of negative videos about has kind of vanished. So I don't know what's going on there. I have nothing to do with that. As I said, I have nothing to do with that. I know I have people that come on this channel and try to put me in with that other one that the videos all vanished on. I have nothing to do with that. Never did. Nope. List Easier is the one I'm with. So, all right, back to this. Let's get started. Get some of this stuff out of my way. But yeah, I got some cool items here. Cool to me. But you know what cool to me is? Stuff that nobody else would buy. That's my coolness. That's the stuff I like, man. All right, I'm going to do the clothing store first. Actually, let me look at numbers first. Duh. Let me do that. I want to see. Come on now. Let me look at numbers. Let me look at yesterday. So yesterday on the clothing store, nice. You know me, I'm trying to get both stores 500 plus. Now with List Easier, and I can list like crazy. Because now I got clothes I can list, hats I can list, media I can list, shoes I can list, the whole kit and caboodle. It's a beautiful thing. Both stores are going to start taking off now. So yesterday on the clothing store, $440. $439.80 to be exact. So that was a nice turnaround yesterday on the clothing store of all places. Let me go in and see if we sold anything on the international websites. Yesterday was the 15th. So we got that number. Pop on the international websites. Nope, no international websites. Did have international orders, just not on the international websites. So over here, $468. Nice. Very nice rebound. I thought I was going to be 600 lucky the way the day started out. I had, 16 hours with only 2 offers. I forget how many hours with only a couple of sales overnight. And then it was really slow before 2 o'clock when I made the video. And then turn around now, and we're $908 for yesterday. So, biggity bam, gotta love that. Nice turnaround. I'm glad. See, here's the thing, when eBay does a major update, you never know if it's going to take 1 day to level out the website or if it's going to take 5 days to level out the website. That's the problem. Thankfully, it looks like it only took 1 day. And I saw one of the changes yesterday. If you go into your Seller Hub active listings and the Actions tab all the way down, that's changed. It's got other options you can click on and do from there now. And it looks different. So that changed, I think, just on my old account. I don't think it changed on my new account. Let me look real quick. So I hadn't noticed it. But let me look. No, I'm still the old way on the new account, but the old account has the new way, which is weird because normally the newer account gets the stuff first. So maybe that's why the immediate account was impacted the most on Monday. So maybe so. I did make a video for List Easier showing all the clothing stuff that I listed. But then I noticed my head was in the way for most of the stuff. I'm like, I can't put that up there. So I'll probably have to reshoot it. But like I said before, if you go to the Urban Dash Picker store, hit sold and look at, hit newest listed, you can see the clothing and the shoes and the hats and stuff that I've done. If you want to take a look at how List Easier did them. So I did have a video, I screwed it up. So right now we're at 140. And my clothing store is actually pretty low for right now. But then again, they were low for yesterday at this time too. So $74 on the clothing store. And $255 on the media store. So we're at 329. So $350, so should be a $700 plus day. Hopefully that'll turn into me being wrong and it's a $1,000 day this time. We'll see.
I don't know, that'd be nice, man. You know what I'm saying? Gee, what's up?
All right, now let's ship some stuff. Let's go. But, sell-through rate is not everything, folks. It's just not. No matter who preaches what, if you really want to pay attention to who's really knowing what the hell they're talking about, the people are not going to hide their stores. They're going to allow you to see screen shares of what they're doing. They're not going to hide anything from you. There's a lot of people with a lot of claims out there with nothing to back it up with their words. All right, we got this St. Louis Cardinals Mystic hat. We got the baby girl, and now we got Mr. Pee Wee coming down. What's up, kiddo? How you feeling? You looking good? You looking good, my kid? My kid is looking good. All right. That sold for $8. Headed to Corpus Christi, Texas. And my ear's sticking out over here. There goes Pee Wee. That fluffy tail. I got one of them brushes that the hair sticks to, and you have to like push the button to get it off. And I'm just fluffing him up now with that thing, man. So his tail's all bushy fluffy. Oh, bushy fluffy. If you want to see puppy videos, you can go to my TikTok. Just James Hoferstay on TikTok. It's also James Hoferstay or just Hoferstay, one of the two. But anyway. Don't let people pull wool over your eyes and try to take money out of your pocket, is all I'm saying. All right. There's too many people out there doing that, and they rely more on that money and YouTube money to save their reselling money, to save their reselling business. And would you really want to take advice from people who want to teach you something but can't do it themselves? You know what I mean? And like I said, this ain't directed toward anybody in particular. It's just watch what you're doing out there, people. Please. We got this Indianapolis Colts hat. Sold for $10.50, headed to Toledo, Ohio. Like, I was the first one of, I mean, I'm not here, and I said this a long time ago. Like, I'm not here to keep you around and to take your money, right? Once you've heard everything I have to say, I expect you to move on. I expect you to do better things. I expect you to do bigger things, right? I'm not going to sit here and try to keep you latched on by rehashing the same old stuff, you know? That's just not who I am, and that's not what I'm about. My about is to help you become better yourself, because I know where the hell I started. And it wasn't pretty. And showing you what I've built and how I built it. And that's most important today. How it was built. Because it was not built with high sell-through rate stuff. Which means there are options out there. There's not just one way of doing something. There's only one way to rock. No, Sammy, there's many ways to rock. All right, we got this New York Yankees distressed hat here. Sold for $10.50, headed to the Bronx. The Bronx. There's only one way to rock. And all the time has come. ABDULLAH. Boom, 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 boom. Next up, we've got Little Shark visor. Sold for $5.50, headed to Phoenix, Arizona. Let me move you downhill. There's only one way to Phoenix, Arizona. Five. Nancy. All right, next up we got Houston Rockets. I just took an offer for 6 on that. Victoria, Texas is where it's headed to. What'd you say, James? Texas, Texas, Texas. 'Cause I'm blind in Texas, Texas. The Lone Star is hot tonight. I'm blind in Texas, Texas. I haven't really been able to list the last few days because I've been more testing, making sure categories work and such, and haven't really got down and got dirty and got a bunch of stuff listed. I'm kind of slacking with a little bit here, a little bit there, things like that. Yesterday when I was doing the clothing and stuff, I decided to kind of just do them like a one-by-one type of thing, so I could come up with some new suggestions to make listing one-off items quicker. So I threw out one idea, which I think will speed up the process for one items, because it takes as long to do one item as it does to do 100 items, unless you check every one. Obviously, if you comp the prices, I mean, that takes time. But when it comes to the loading and the listing part of it, one takes as long as 100. So I was trying to find a way to speed up the process of one. Next up, we've got this Kansas Wildcats varsity jacket. Sold for $80, headed to Salinas, California. And that's this thing here. Picked it up at the bins. I always pick any kind of varsity jacket up I find. The more patches and stuff on them, the better. I like this kind of stuff. This is stuff most people just throw back because the weight and all that kind of stuff. Not me. Because I'll put a big price on it and just wait for the person to come and get it. Because this ain't going to be a fast sell-through item, like most of my store. It's going to be an item that when the right person comes, they're going to pay $80 for it. So that wasn't even an offer. They straight up paid what I was asking. So I like that stuff. That stuff's like the king of my store. King of my no sell-through rate store. Not caring about sell-through rate store, whatever you want to call it. When I find stuff like that. And that's another reason too I don't have like a discount plan, right? I've tried it in the past where, you know, if the thing's been in my store for X amount of time, I mark it down. When it's X amount of time more, I mark it down a little bit more. But I learned quickly with my type of items, slow sell-through rate items, that it's about the person, not the item. So I can leave the item in my store and still make the same amount of money on it here or in 5 years from now. And the one big thing about that is when I came to that conclusion, I went in and everything that I had lowered to like $5 and $6 hat-wise and stuff like that. I'm like, nope, going back up to $13.99, $14.99. At the time, I think it was $14.99. And I would change the price back up. A couple of days later, an item would sell that I just marked up from $6 to $14.99, and then still steadily kept that way. So to me, that was an indication of, yes, it's about the item and the person finding that item, or me finding the person for that item, as opposed to the item itself. $4.13, and that was 11.7, 15.11.7. I think it was this box. Yeah. Boom, 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 mark. So it doesn't matter, you know, this type of stuff, it doesn't matter if it's, you don't need to mark it down just to make it sell, because it's still not going to sell. It's not selling because of the price, it's selling because of the item. Not everything, you know, obviously if there's a lot of competition out there, then that matters too. But for like one-off type of stuff like that, we got this Cheers shirt, sold for $10.50, headed to Ladenburg, Pennsylvania. I think I ordered these. I gotta check it. For my free, don't forget to order your free eBay stuff. I got the boxes for the hats, but then I ordered some poly bags, but they sent me bubble mailers. So I've got to check and make sure I didn't make that mistake. But they have messed up before. So I'll have to check it and see if it was me or if it was them. I always find that funny when they do mess up an order. I'm like, your eBay supplies, you're selling on eBay and you're messing up my order. How is that? What happened there? Okay, it's weird. Ashley. Next up, Chicago Cubs. T-shirt sold for $10.50. Headed to Thetford Center, Vermont. Something of that nature. So I think after this, since all the categories have been kind of gone through today, I'm just going to grab something I have a lot of and just get me a quick few hundred items listed. Whether it's media or hats or something like that. Just to get some volume up with the quickness. Leo. Leo. Next up, another hat. Smithsonian. Sold for $10.50. Headed to Brooklyn, New York. New York, New York. It was kind of funny yesterday. Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, he made a comment in his video about one of his videos. Somebody directed me toward about selling items and how it might be a conspiracy, how eBay wants to ship it to the farthest place so they can make more money. And what his statement in there was, he literally said St. Louis doesn't ship to the Midwest. So I commented and said I disagree with that. I ship all around the Midwest and in my home state and everything. And he goes, that's not what I said. And I'm like, I thought that was what you said. Maybe I misheard. He goes, no, that's not what I said. So I went back and watched him. Yeah, you did say that. So I had to timestamp it as a response. I don't think he's ever looked at it, but I'm like, you did say that. I'm like, okay. Maybe you didn't mean to say it, but you said it. And that would kind of fall in with your theory that you would say something like that, right? So I'm like, why would you? No, it's weird. It's weird. I found it odd. I found it very odd. Indeed. I got to get back off videos though. I got to stay out of other people's business. All right, we got these Keds St. Louis Cardinals sneakers. Sold for $13.50. Headed to Prophetstown, Illinois. I don't need to be getting in people's business. Just stay out. Stay away. Do my thing. Do my thing. Because it ain't nothing but a J thing, baby. Selling on eBay like I'm crazy. 2-1. Blast off. Cindy with a Y. All right. High torque clamp hat, silver 1050. Headed to Carlsted, New Jersey. I just need to stay in my lane. I'm in this because I'm in this headspace now. I just want to be left alone because I think I've just overwhelmed myself too much with taking in stuff that I just need some quiet time. Like I just need to get back to my own thoughts and my own things and just find a little center again, if you will. Find a little center. I get sensory overload very easily. And that's in like many aspects of things. Smells, sights, thoughts, taking in too much information. I get sensory overload. And I have to take a step back and weed out all the mess. Just get back in my lane and do my thing. So that's where I'm at right now. Where did that yawn come from? Why is every time I come down here I start yawning when I was up from 2:30 to 4. And I went back to bed till about 8. And like, I think I've texted more times between Josh and Dave with List Easier. I've texted more with them than I probably texted in the last 5 years combined. That too is overload for me. And now we're in a group chat that got bigger. So I'm like, not now. So I like, when I have an idea, I put it in the smaller text. That's just to Josh and Dave. Because like yesterday when the other people were added, my phone just kept going. I'm like, oh. It was funny. So I just need to take a breather. Take a moment for myself. So that's why I've got to push everything else out. Just deal with what, just let in what needs to be let in and stop watching other people's content, not worrying about things, but including things in my thought process. Hearing rumor threats from other resellers to the people who pay to listen to you. could just, oh, there's all kinds of stuff going on out there. And it's like, you know what? Just stay to myself. Stay to myself. You know, people can think for themselves. I'm not here to save the world, right? I'm not here to save nobody. Hell, I can't even save my damn self. All right, that is the clothing store. Did I show everything? I don't even know. I'm just in my own little... My mind's going a million miles an hour right now, so I just need to veg it out. All right, getting into the media store. We've had, since I pulled 1, 2, 3 items sell. So let's get these 23 items. Oh, wait, we got a Canada. We've got a Sweden. We've got a France. Oh, what is this one? And another Canada. And so we'll pull those out. It's good to see the international picking up. Now if the international websites would pick up. All right, I think that'll fit in here. So we got this Canon desktop calculator. Sold for $23.20 and headed to Dorchester Center, Massachusetts. Put that in there right there. So, boom. So apparently on that, if you watched my video, I talked about the Reba McEntire customer who left me negative because they said the case was broke, but they didn't want to return it, but they opened a return. Well, they closed it themselves and then left negative on the items that they bought just because I didn't get back to them on a Saturday because I didn't read the email. So they closed the return themselves, but yet eBay wouldn't remove the negative even though the return is closed. Because they didn't ship it back out, I still get stuck with the negative. I'm like, how is that fair? They made the decision not to send it back when they started to. Opening the account, opening that should negate it, but they wouldn't. So I'm like, well, that sucks. But then on the clothing account, the person, I don't know if you saw the pictures, somebody sent me a picture of the hat squished down, saying it was defective. It got damaged in shipping. Like, just put your hand in it or your head and it will straighten out. So they sent it back. They left a negative comment saying, hat was defective and seller was rude. I got the hat back. I'm getting ready to relist it. And so they left a negative, and then so I went ahead and filled out the thing, and they took that one off. But it's like, and if you notice on eBay's thing now, when they tell you an item is, or they can't remove a negative, it says it does not impact your account in any way or whatever. So, oh, we got the Scarface, The World Is Yours, disc only, sold for $11, headed to Cincinnati, Ohio. Do not seal this one, James. 3. Darius. And then I was talking about how, you know, I'm trying to change the headspace of my thinking for the second half of my life. this onward discussion I'm having with you guys about this. Soil It Green CD. So for $5, headed to Tucson, Arizona. So yesterday, I said something that I realized. And I'm like, yeah. And it was, if you haven't noticed, Primo, they have the list easier now. And a couple of other people do, but I don't think they've made a video about it yet, so I'm not even going to say who they are until they say who they are. Because I don't know if it's my place or if they even want anybody to know. So, but anyway, Jan asked something and she goes, what'd she say? I don't remember exactly, but how is it or something now that they've added more people on? And my response was, it's cool seeing people excited about it other than just me. And then I was like, then I said something of the nature of, and I'm surprised and thankful that I was chosen first over the other people, even though they may seem to have a closer connection, if you will, at least a working connection, if you will, on YouTube. And then I said, it was because I had 23 years of experience doing this. And I'm like, finally, the experience paid off for something for me. And just saying that, like, that was nothing I would say before I'd feel like I'm not deserving, right? So I'm like, told myself, I'm like, yeah, my hard work and my years of dedication to something actually led to something, right? As opposed to thinking, who am I type of thing, right? So you've heard me say that many times in the past, right? So, well, now I'll tell you let me do that again. I'll tell you who the hell I am. It is I, James. Just being more accepted of things and realize I did good by me in this life thus far. We got Trillion on Luke's record label, Luke from 2 Live Crew. This sold for $11, headed to St. Martinville, Louisiana. Cut. Let's take that one from the top one more time. I'll tell you who the hell I am. Don't you question who I am. You know who I am? Well, you best know who I am. I'm Mother effing James Helferstein. Bitch. Sorry. Don't mind me. We got this PlayStation Jam Pack disc. Sold for $6.50. And that could use some work. James, you know what you did here. You separated it. Stop looking at it. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. $6.50. Do not lock. 1, 2, 3 lock box. Oh yeah, it's a video game. Next up, we got a record. The Best of Sha-Na-Na 2-record set. Is my song on here that I used to sing a lot when I was little? Yep. Chantilly lace, got a pretty face with the ponytail hanging down. A wiggle and a walk and a giggle and a talk makes the world go round, round, round. There ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl to make me act so funny, make me spend my money, Make me feel real loose like a long neck goose. Ow, baby, that's what I like. Hey, you stay there. Warenberg Theater. Do you remember when you used to have a phone and you'd call on the phone line to find out what time a movie starts? Those were weird times. 3. I don't know if you remember this. This was funny. My friends and I did it for fun. Never led to nothing. But here in St. Louis, there was a thing late at night. I don't even know what channel it was. I don't even remember if it was a cable channel. I guess it was a cable channel of some sort. But you would call a number and you would describe yourself and who you're looking for, like man for woman or whatever, and what you're looking for, and they would put it on the screen, and it was like a black and green screen, I think, like black with green letters, and it would just flip through all these people looking for people, or maybe even to buy and sell. I don't remember exactly, but I remember us messing with it and playing. And then it would title your thing. They would put their own title in, and like I went on and on and on. I mean, I was just given detail after detail after detail, and it said was looking for like 1 in a million or some weird or something of that nature. And I just thought we just got a kick out of playing with that thing for some reason, because we had no life. It was great when we had no life. So we were doing anything and everything. Stop looking, James. Beach Boy CD. Sold for $560, headed to Winthrop, Massachusetts. Ooh, we got a broken here I didn't see on the back side. Let me get that puppy fixed. I did get my cases. They're just upstairs right now. That's trash. That was kind of like the Weather Channel back then. It would just be a screen with typing on it, talking about what weather's coming and what have you, what the temperature is in your local area. Maria. Oh, next up, Southern Pacific. Promo CD single. Sold for $6, headed to Warrensville, North Carolina. You see how I started to look at that one and I caught myself? Gary. Next up, Limp Bizkit, $3 bill, y'all. This thing's gone up in value since Limp Bizkit's hot again. Sold for $10.50, headed to Pittsboro, North Carolina. And I did not change that for some reason. Did I forget to look for cracked case, I guess? I was just looking at CD. Four, 6, 9. Boom, Austin. Alrighty, we've got this PlayStation 2 Pelican multi-tap. Sold for $12, headed to Fargo, North Dakota. Boink. Da-da-da-da. 13, 8, 6, 4. Isaiah. Next up, we've got this PC lot. Threw together whenever. Quite a while ago, probably. E-Games Collector's Edition. You Don't Know Jack. 100 Great Games. And Atari Hits. Sold for $8, headed to Lithuania, Georgia. Very soft. 15. Gary. Next up, are you ready for a vinyl lot? Yeah. All right. We got Nicole. Let's Groove Tonight. 12-inch vinyl. We got Father MC. We got R. Kelly and Jay-Z. And we got Donnell Jones. 650, 555. They probably use the buy two, get two. Headed to Warwick, Rhode Island. I'd like to get to Rhode Island one day. Preferably in the fall. The autumn time of the year. $110. Neil. Boink. Next up, Fiona. Apple. Sold for $5. Stop looking. Minneapolis, Minnesota. She's all sleepy. 4, 6, 9. Destiny. Next up, top hits of the 50s. CD. Sold for $5. La Verna, California. Laverne. Four, 6, 9. Mark. Oh, I gotta get some sinus meds in me. Next up, we've got this Beaumont High School yearbook from 1948 here in St. Louis, Missouri. And it's got all the little inscriptions in it and stuff, which is kind of cool. Best of luck and lots of happiness, Patricia Conway. May you always stay so sweet and cute as you are. Jackie Nelson. best wishes always to a very great gal. I think it's great. Mickey 10. God, he's cursive writing, man. What is this? Freaking petroglyph stuff. Lots of luck to a very nice girl. I have known for a long time. Lillian? Anyway. Let's look at some of these old pics. Good Lord, what's going on up in this thing? This is crazy. It's 1948. These people all look the same. And they're all white people. What's with all these white people who look the same with the same haircuts and the same complexion? And good Lord. What's going on up in here? All these women wanting to be home ec mothers and stuff. Back in the day when that's what they made the women think that their goal was. To be a housewife, to be a keeper, to be a mother. Yeah, no. You best go make some money too, woman. Sure, you can't live on one income nowadays. You need to get your busy butt to work too. So, if we want shoes and vacation, we better both be working. All right, put that there. 3, 1, 10, 12, 1. David. Next up, we got Nintendo Power Street Fighter 2 Turbo. August, volume 51. Headed to Madison, Alabama, sold for $8. I don't know if they're fit in there too. Maybe. Let's see. We got you. We got you. Yeah, boy. Ooh. Yeah, boy. Alrighty. 10. Dwayne. Dwayne. Next up, we've got Freeway Flipside, 12-inch vinyl. Sold for $8, headed to Bronx, New York. That's like, what is that, the second or third Bronx? Something like that. You better get your shit together. Get your head out of the sand. Get your shit together. Do it while you can. Jonathan. Let's get your shit together. We got some Oakley replacement half jacket, dark green sock kit for Oakley eyewear. Sold for $24, headed to Lyman, South Carolina. Put this in a box so it don't get damaged. I know I had some other boxes around here too, because I bought some just for those, but I don't remember where I put them real quick, so we'll just throw them in here. Cause it's good enough to. I can't get enough, I can't get enough. up, we've got Ed Sheeran CD seal. Sold for $5. Headed to Indianapolis, Indiana. There's a rubber band. Three. Michael. Review purchases 1, 2, 3, 4 international. Yeah. I'll save these for Adrian to do. Julio Iglesias on vinyl. Hollow Smile on CD. We got his little classical piece, and we got Happy Days of Rock and Roll Volume 8. Probably all $5 stuff. Biggity bam, yeah. That's why I don't like these shorter ones. This happens too often. Sending me the wrong ones. Ordered the 500 and they sent me the 250s. But double, obviously. So that it's the same amount overall, but you have this happen more often where you end up wasting stuff. More waste, if you will. More time down, if you will. Get off my finger, yo. Alright. Didn't come out far enough. There we go. Alright, did you reprint that last one or no? No. That should be enough on there. Are you repeat? No, it's not the whole thing again. Alrighty. It would be, this would be the second half. So I'd be down here first. I'm like all confused. Wait a minute. I don't remember that name. Is that the first name I did? Maybe that's why I don't remember it. See, no, it confuses me. I'm all messed up. Because now I'm not finding the name I'm looking for. Did they have a different name they were sending it to? That was the media. And what was that? That was the Oakley. And now eBay's not loading properly. Come on. What the hell? Like the bottom half of the eBay page is not loading. Come on. It's running slow for some reason. Okay, Keith. Alright. What the hell's going on right here? That's gonna be the first stuff. There it is. So what was the Michael? Oh, I put it over here. See, James, you're messing yourself up. Dude. Hey, dude, don't call me dude. But what was that? Michael, Keith, Jonathan. Okay. I'm guessing that's right. Michael, though. Oh, I just want to make sure I get this right. Is that Ed Sheeran? That's right. Okay. Better safe than sorry. Confusing me, dagnabbit. It's not that hard to do. So you gotta take full advantage of it, huh? That's the way you're gonna be? Let's see. Paper. Mark. Destiny. Shoot, girl, is that your stripper name or your real name? Do that differently. So get this in there. There we go. Gary. Resurface. Isaiah. Resurface. Gary. Maria. Jane. Block. I need to take a chill pill, Bill. Plus, I've been taking a lot of calls on the List Easier thing because I went over to the bins and shared the info with friends over there, and they've been telling people, and so I've had them people calling me to explain more about it. So I'm like fielding all these phone calls about List Easier. All right, that's it. I'm done finally. All right, thanks everybody, and I will see you all in the next video later.